Hello, and welcome to Things We Learned This Week, a show about research, facts, and combating the apparent human need to make shit up. I'm your co-host, Jacob Morrow. Yeah, you can probably tell by the silence that Jordan is not here, but man, do we have the show for you. We actually are going to have our second guest ever, and this one isn't just Gavin coming to joke around. Welcome to the show, Punxsutawney Phil.
Hello, Jacob. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, Phil. I understand that not a whole lot of people get this opportunity to, interview you. So, why is that?
Oh, it's mostly just logistical. It's hard to get around when you're not human, you know? Oh, that and the fans.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
They are ravenous, man. It's hard to be a magical whistle pig.
A what?
A whistle pig.
I thought you were a woodchuck.
That is a slur.
Oh God, I am so sorry. I had absolutely no idea.
Yes, not a ton of people do. We prefer whistle pig or groundhog. Groundhog isn't my favorite, but I understand why some folks are uncomfortable with the parts of whistle pig.
Phil, I am so sorry. I seriously, I had absolutely no idea.
No, really, Jacob, it's fine. How are you supposed to know? I mean, the whistle pig community made a hard decision in the 40s to stop communicating with humans entirely since, they're literally destroying the planet. And a majority of the information spread us animal gets still comes from humans since the inner forest hasn't much caught off the ground. I would be surprised if, a lot of lizards like yourself knew about the woodchuck epidemic in our community.
Yeah, it's really hard for us, lizards to get a ton out of the interforest. Claws and such make it hard to type. Yeah, type.
My friend Wingo was just telling me about the keyboard. I heard some folks up at Jungle Tech are working on a bug fix for that by the end of this week.
Oh, awesome. I'll look forward to that. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk more about you.
Absolutely.
So how do you do it?
How do I do what?
Predict the weather. You have a whole holiday for it, and I don't think anyone has ever figured out, humans have been trying to figure out, how you do it for, ever.
Oh, yeah, that. It's just the groundhog punch.
The what?
Oh, the groundhog punch? It's this elixir that I drink once a year at the groundhog picnic that restores my powers and gives me another 7 years of life. One of the side effects is that I can hear my shadow whispering whether there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter or not, in addition to my other powers.
You have other powers?
But I've said too much already. The inner circle is probably going to be upset with me for giving away that much about the punch,
That's actually pretty understandable given what you've already told us. So, you are a magical whistle pig. Where did you learn to be so powerful? I mean, did you get trained by, past Punxsutawney Phils? Or is there one of those, training videos that fast food joints have? Or...
What do you mean by past Punxsutawney Phils?
I guess I had assumed that it was, a title passed down from groundhog to groundhog?
No, it's always been me.
But there's always been a Groundhog Day celebration, every February 2nd since, 1887.
Yeah. And?
So you're telling me that you are a basically immortal
whistle pig,
who drinks groundhog punch once a year at a groundhog picnic.
I've been trying to get them to change the name to Whistle Picnic for, decades now.
And because of that elixir, you can foretell the weather and can live way past the typical 10-year lifespan that a groundhog has, and you have other powers that are completely unknown to the public?
Is that so hard to believe?
So, moving on, since we're running a little low on time for this interview.
Oh, sure. What else did you want to talk about?
I was wondering how you felt about the data that is surfaced from the Stormfax Almanac about how your predictions are only around 36% correct, far below the accuracy of human meteorologists.
That's... Can I swear on this show?
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's re-fucking-diculous. I'm a real-ass magical groundhog, and they think that I can't predict as well as some Joe Schmo on Channel 8? Ridiculous.
I mean, what did you predict this year?
Oh, early spring.
But there is snow outside. Like, I know I'm in Nebraska, but, like, my car got stuck yesterday, and it was, like, 2 degrees out at 6 o'clock. And there was, like, snow in Arizona. Like, Groundhog Day was easily 3 weeks ago. I can understand it being kind of cold, but, like, it seems rather absurd that you would let the weather would be that wrong according to your prediction if you were, like, a magical immortal being like you say you are.
You know what? Fuck you.
Phil? Hello? Oh. Oops. Well, I guess that's going to be it for things we learned this week. Thanks to Punxsutawney Phil for being our guest this week. And also thanks to the beautiful Jasmine Frank for making our cover art. You can find her at jasmine.lene on Instagram or at jasminelene.com. You can find me on Twitter at MOOOROW. You can find the show as a whole on Twitter at TWLTW podcast for fun facts and quotes from the show. You can like us on Facebook at Things We Learned This Week and join our Facebook group, which is called Things We Learned This Week Scholars, to talk about the things that you learned this week. Have any questions or comments? Email us at twltwpodcast@gmail.com. You can find all of our sources in the show notes. Yeah, this was a kind of weird episode. I'm sorry about that. But Jordan was sick this week and things just didn't work out. And so I thought that this might be fun instead. So I hope you had a good time. I hope you picked up something about Groundhog Day or just about Punxsutawney Phil. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. Drive home safe. I've been Jacob Morrow, and this has been Things We Learned This Week.